Hey, what's up everybody? This is TR3Y, and this time I'm going to be bringing you a video on jungle. I go 33 and 6, and this is my setup right here. Got the Stoner63 with a reflex sight and extended mags, and I'm running Scavenger, Warlord, and Tactical Mask. No, I don't have pro in any of these yet. Ever since I reset my gamer tag, I've been working to get just kind of get my rank back up there and everything. So I went ahead and I got pro in Ghost, Sleight of Hand, and Ninja. And if you saw my last video, that's what I was running in that video. And kind of piggybacking on that, I've decided to kind of branch out. Like I said, I was playing it safe in the last video, and I had some comments on there that were kind of negative. And hey, if you want to leave me a negative comment, that's fine. At least you're watching my video. And I'm gonna take your negative comments, or as people say, constructive criticism comments, and I'm gonna try to incorporate them and bring you guys the gameplay you want to see. It's kind of made me shy away from using the FAMAS and Ghost now, and you get out of my safety zone. But like I said, end up going 33 and 6 here. I call him my Blackbird, which is a huge help, and ends up getting me my dogs. And I end up going on another kill streak after that. I'm using napalm in this one, and I get another napalm, but I don't get up to my Blackbird for that last kill streak. But anyways, I wanted to ask everybody a question. And go ahead and feel free to leave your answers in the comments below. But basically, what I want to know is, when you're watching commentators, would you prefer them to have like a script written down, that they're going to be reading from, or do you prefer them to wing it? Me personally, my style is I like to wing it. I like to come in here and just sit down and act like I'm talking to you, like we're having a conversation. I don't like to sit there and have everything written out, and then you end up sounding fake when you're reading it back. But that's just how I personally feel. But like I said, I'm trying to make videos for you guys. I'm trying to show you guys how average gamers play. And if you guys prefer that, hey, I want you to script it out, and I want you to not ever say and be perfect. Hey, I'll try my best. I'll do what you want me to do. But like I said, my preference is just kind of sit down and talk to you guys and show you guys what I consider good gameplay. And Ender, he might sound like he scripts his a little bit, because he likes to throw in some jokes that he'll plan out, but his isn't really scripted. He kind of wings it, and that's why he has some analogy fails and some other joke fails. Is just because he's sitting there, he's trying to incorporate what he wants to talk to you guys about. He has a good general idea, but he just needs to or he ends up messing it up because he doesn't have that written down. And that's just the way that we are. Most of our conversations end up going off in 50 different directions with the most random things, and it's hilarious just to hear us go back and forth to each other, which hopefully you guys will get experience of that in the dual comms. It's kind of hard to be really funny on these, because you're trying to get your point across. You're trying to let people know what's going on. So it's hard to throw in jokes, especially if you don't have it scripted. So that would be one benefit of having something scripted out and knowing, hey, I want to talk about this, and having those punchlines ready. But anyways, so I don't know if I've already done the napalm fail in this one. I end up calling it a napalm strike, and Black Ops kind of screwed up when they were doing this game, because sometimes when you're in the middle of playing, you call in napalm and the fire doesn't show on your screen, but you'll run through an area that doesn't have fire, and you end up catching on fire. So I ended up doing that to myself on this one. I had called in napalm and ended up dying, and came back, respawned over by where I had called it in, ran. And when I was playing the game, I didn't see the fire, but when I went back in theater mode, you could see the fire plain as day. So it's a pretty big fail. And like I said in the last video, we're average gamers. We're gonna have a lot of these a lot of these fails. There I am. That was my my napalm fail. You know, we're not professionals, and you know, even though we end up going into some of these games, I don't know, I just reminded myself of that Rebecca Black song, we so excited. Anyways, so this is about the conclusion of my video. But you know, like I was saying, you know, we're not professionals. We're just trying to bring you guys good gameplay of what average gamers are. And I'd like to thank everybody that's subscribed, and you know, future subscribers, and you know, everybody that's supporting us through this. So thanks everybody. Peace.